Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao was announced that they're going to play at the Sphere. Do you expect anyone from either of their teams to reach out to see how you guys put it together? Because this will be the first major event since you guys went on.
Who's promoting it?
Manny Pacquiao Promotions.
Shit, well, who's paying for production? They're in for a big surprise. I think the moral of this story here today is, I don't see many of these guys are so bad at what they do, I don't know how they stick around. I don't know how any of them are literally going to coexist. And they can do whatever, I mean, there's no barrier to entry, you can, you know, do
just Google Floyd's name in the IRS. All the news is out there. He owes jewelers money. There's back paid rent for real estate in New York. It's clear that he is now part of the no money team, which is very ironic. And why is he?
When we're getting ready to shoot, he's got like these kind of people at his house,
right?
And there's this like old school jeweler dude there. Like they're like, oh, this is like one of the OG jeweler guys. This is like who everyone else gets their stuff from. And he told me, and I'm not going to say who it is, but he's like, Mayweather's broke.
Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2 is officially on, but the fight isn't being celebrated. Like a historic moment, Dana White is openly roasting the money man, calling the situation downright sad. Behind the billionaire facade, it's clear this isn't about legacy or settling scores, it's a scramble for cash. And the industry is quietly whispering the same thing.
All across social media, there are rumors and stories coming out about Floyd Mayweather, him auctioning off property in bankruptcy, him being out of money, and that's why he's going to fight Mike Tyson. Saw this incredible tweet where a guy listed all the things Floyd Mayweather wasted money on while living in Las Vegas and just living culture. That's what Floyd Mayweather is an example of. The stupidity of living for the culture and trying to be relatable and trying to be this incredible icon or example of, look how much money I've made. He's blown it all, and now at 49 years old, he's got to go back into the boxing ring and continue to fight because
legal pressure is mounting on a man who once made it rain for fun. Floyd Mayweather now reportedly faces a mountain of debt and a flood of lawsuits, unpaid rent on a luxury Manhattan condo, jewelry bills in Miami, and even Logan Paul, still chasing $1.5 million from their exhibition fight. His untouchable image is cracking under the weight of unpaid bills, broken contracts, and relentless collectors.
And you know Floyd Mayweather as probably the richest and one of the most dominant boxers in the history of the sport. But now Floyd is stepping into the courtroom to fight for money he claims that he was never paid, and he wants justice on his terms. So let's talk details. Let me tell you about the lawsuits. On February 3rd, 2026, Floyd Mayweather filed a lawsuit in California against Showtime Networks and Steven Espinoza, claiming they helped his former advisor, Al Heyman, misappropriate a huge chunk of his fight earnings to the tune of $340 million. Mayweather says the money is still missing and unaccounted for, and he's now suing Showtime and Espinoza for aiding and abetting breach of fiduciary duty, civil conspiracy to commit fraud. Ooh, that's a serious accusation there. Conversion, unjust enrichment, and he's seeking punitive damage on top of the missing $340 million. So why is Floyd suing him, and what is he claiming? Well, Floyd argues that during his legendary career, where he generated $1 billion in revenue plus and pay-per-view money, a significant portion of the funds that he made through those events, through his fights, didn't make it into his hands because they were funneled through accounts controlled by his then advisor, Al Heyman. Now, Mayweather says that Showtime delivered those checks and funds through systems that helped Heyman get the money instead of paying Floyd directly. The lawsuit also points to some of boxing's biggest pay-per-view fights, including fights against Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor, events that generated hundreds of millions in revenue. Mayweather's legal team said he generated hundreds of millions in revenue for Showtime and now wants to recover what he claims was unfairly.
Shocking part, a rumored nine-figure sum that seems to have vanished. Behind the scenes, Floyd Mayweather has filed a $340 million lawsuit against Showtime and former executive Steven Espinoza, claiming massive payouts from blockbuster fights were never delivered. Rumors suggest manager Al Heyman may have handled the cash, leaving Floyd with nothing, forcing him to sue networks just to recover what's owed.
Mayweather is the one that seems like he needs the money more right now. Our guy, Andreas Hale, wrote a story that is kind of went somewhat viral. That's crazy, the laugh faces. Although Floyd Mayweather Jr. made hundreds of millions of dollars from his professional boxing career and topped the Forbes list as the highest paid athlete from 2012 to 2014, the boxer is said to have been shortchanged and filed a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Showtime. The lawsuit filed Tuesday, and obtained by ESPN seeks to recover hundreds of millions of dollars, misappropriated funds, and damages resulting from a long-running and elaborate scheme of financial fraud, breaches in fiduciary duty, and conspiracy orchestrated by Floyd J. Mayweather's former manager and advisor, Al Heyman, with the knowing and substantial participation and aid of defendants Showtime Networks and Steven Espinoza. Mayweather, who's 48, says he is owed at least $340 million and cites a complex web of hidden accounts, unauthorized transactions, and deliberate concealment of financial records as the reason he believes he's been defrauded from those funds. Heyman is not named as a defendant in the complaint, which is interesting because I misspoke and said he sued Al Heyman. He's essentially saying that Showtime and Al Heyman colluded to not pay him with Steven Espinoza, but then he doesn't name Heyman in the suit. Very odd. Anyway, it's a mess, and for those people that always thought that Floyd Mayweather had financial troubles because of the money he owed to the IRS, because of the terrible, terrible business and real estate investments that he's made, and apparently some of these have gone under, and he is owed back rent, or he is owing back rent, and he is delinquent on a lot of payments for a lot of different things right now. These things seem to have added up for Floyd, and now it's pretty apparent that not only is he doing these, bank robbery style exhibitions, but it looks like he absolutely needs to do it, which is very, very sad. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Floyd Mayweather as an individual outside of the ring, but I never want to see athletes have their money mismanaged or mismanage their own money so badly that they go broke in retirement, and it looks like that's kind of what's happening. And here's a snippet from Business Insider because it made me want to pay for the entire article. Business Insider is reporting that Floyd Mayweather could be facing money trouble, citing an estimated $54 million in debt, property foreclosures, multiple lawsuits piling up. Mayweather's attorney strongly denies he's any kind of financial distress, but the headlines aren't slowing down. $54 million alleged dollars in debt. So it makes sense why they would want.
Maintaining the illusion of endless wealth comes at a staggering cost. Experts like Joe Rogan and Dan Raphael explain how overspending created a perfect storm. Private jets, a 50-person entourage, and diamond chains aren't cheap. When record-breaking paydays stop, the lavish lifestyle doesn't force an even. Aging champions back into the spotlight, risking their bodies just to keep creditors at bay.
Floyd Mayweather is what, damn near 50 years old? He has 3 fights this year. Why? Why is a retired man that's been retired for quite some time has to go back to fighting?
You can speak on this because you the real estate mogul.
I heard of some shit in New York.
Say he put a lot of money into that, bro.
The lifestyle that he lives, it's not sustainable. It's hard to maintain.
$500K in a day?
Every single day.
I don't care if I'm a billionaire.
I don't care if you're a billionaire, fam.
I'm not doing that.
Clearly, you need some bread. So it's like portraying this lifestyle. I got this, I got that, which is cool. Everybody wants to have good shit and live good, but that comes with a price tag. And they selling this false narrative to sustain that lifestyle. It's not that easy, bro.
And you know how they say, like, you can't fly private forever.
I'm not doing it. I'm not going to spending fucking 40, 50K to go to Miami. Well, I can buy a fucking first class ticket that costs me $1,500 or $1,000.
Big difference.
I'm gonna humble myself. I'm gonna wait in a fucking line. Don't matter if you have hundreds of thousands, millions, or billionaires, the same principle. If you're not disciplined in managing $100,000, you're not gonna be disciplined handling $100 billion. So can we speak on it? Yeah, damn right we can fucking speak on it. Yeah, I'm not a billionaire, but I know how to manage millions because I've done it. So if I know how to manage millions, what do you think what happens if I get $1 billion? I can manage $1 billion too because I know how to manage $1 million. So at the end of the day, it's about